Hello and welcome into a Thanksgiving week edition of The Pulse with Michelle. I'm Mark, and we've got Pope Johnson and Yell County news. As always, Michelle's going to go through the top headlines, some pretty rough ones this week, just to be honest with you. But as always, we want to try to keep you up to date with the most up-to-date information. And I did just say up-to-date twice right in a row, Michelle. But we want to keep you up-to-date with the best information we possibly can. And right now, one of the biggest things that's going on is casino issue. I know people are wondering, will it be in unincorporated Pope County right outside of Russellville? Will it be in Dover? What are we going to see? I told you last week my, educated guesses, I guess you could say. They're not necessarily any inside information, but I just kind of assumed that they want it to be here in the outskirts of Russellville rather than going all the way to Dover for lots of reasons. But I did think it was interesting that Dover has kind of thrown its hat in the ring. The mayor has written letters of thanks to Cherokee Nation businesses and everybody else. And then the city of Russellville last week issued, I don't know if it's a proclamation or what, I guess it's a proclamation, but not an ordinance, but they welcomed Cherokee Nation business at their last city council meeting. So that was an interesting development that kind of came out of nowhere. But just today on Monday of Thanksgiving week, we found out that the Gulfside appeal that was supposed to be heard in Pulaski County was kicked back down to Pope County. And so I guess that means Judge Pearson will hear that one. And like I said, I'm not a lawyer, attorney, judge, anything like that, but my educated guess would be that that's probably not good for Gulfside, because Judge Pearson, having been here, been around and heard everything that could have potentially been said or happened in the last year, I see that being something that the other casino vendors would probably want to see happen, is that not be heard in Pulaski County but be heard here in Pope County instead. So we'll see what happens with that. We'll see when the information comes down, but that was today, November 25th, that it was kicked back by Judge Fox to Pope County, and we'll see where it goes from there. So Michelle, we start out in Johnson County this week.
We do. We've got a couple of stories from Johnson County. On Thursday evening, approximately 5:25 or so, Johnson County Dispatch received a phone call, a 911 call reporting a woman on the side of the interstate near the 54-mile marker. She was waving her hands erratically. Callers were saying that she was attempting to cross the white line on the shoulder of the interstate. When deputies arrived, they could not locate the woman, but she had been struck by a vehicle followed by several vehicles, and she was killed during that time. Arkansas State Police worked the accident. They did shut down Interstate 40 through the area near the 54-mile marker, and they determined that she was struck by a 2005 Ford and then was also struck by several vehicles. She was identified as Amy Pepperman. I believe she was 46 from Clarksville.
Yeah, Michelle, you told us beforehand, and we always try to give our thanks to the first responders and those who go out in these types of situations and they deal with really hard things. And right. You mentioned beforehand about how the people who hit this woman, the people who, and obviously an accident, they didn't mean to do anything. Right. And it remains to be seen what actually happened and why she ended up in the road. But then the people who have to respond to this, the first responders, the sheriff's office and the police, and you can mention who it was, but the fact that that's an image they're going to have in their mind, that for the rest of their life as they do this job. So we really want to say a big thank you to those who were able to go out and, I guess, clean up. I mean, it's just a really, really rough situation. Who was it that responded again?
Johnson County Sheriff's Office, several deputies responded there. I'm not sure if EMS responded. I'm going to assume that they did, since it's just a typical accident call. But the Arkansas State Police also responded. They had a trooper who worked the accident. The interstate was shut down until almost 9 o'clock that night. So from 5:45 or so until 9 o'clock, that's a lot of work. That's a lot of time. Plus, it was dark. It was raining. Trying to managing all those people going westbound that's not something fun to do in the first place. So.
Yeah. Well, staying in Johnson County, we got a lot of messages on this story, people asking us in the River Valley Now Facebook Messenger, the inbox, about what was going on with this standoff in Johnson County.
Right. Late Wednesday night, it was actually Thursday morning at 12:28 a.m., Johnson County Dispatch received a call from a bail bondsman who was attempting to serve a man that lived on Yale County Road 1752. A warrant, it's an out-of-state warrant. He was going to serve him that warrant and take him wherever he needed to take him to. Once he got to the residence, the man answered the door, then grabbed a handgun and fired a shot at the bail bondsman. So the bail bondsman then called 911 to report it. The man barricaded himself in the home, and it was believed for a really long time that he had a female hostage in there with him. The female was later discovered she had fled the residence after the initial shooting at the bail bondsman. So, but she was believed to be a hostage, so it was like a standoff between a barricaded man and a hostage situation with, he had a handgun, so he had weapons. State police responded, several agencies responded to that. The Arkansas State Police, Ozark Police Department SWAT, Rural Fire Department number 5, Johnson County EMS, the Johnson County Coroner's Office, and the Johnson County Sheriff's Office also mentioned the Flat Rock Assembly
Flat Rock Assembly of God, yep.
Flat Rock Assembly of God Church, that's right, where they had their command center. Once Johnson County got there, then they called and requested State Police SWAT. They got there. They tried negotiating with the suspect. He didn't come out, and he didn't plan to come out, apparently. And then they deployed tear gas. After tear gas was deployed, they then surrounded the residence, and then they went inside. And that's where they found the suspect, who was identified as Wesley Bowden. I do not have an age, but his name was Wesley Bowden. He was deceased in the home. He had suffered a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
Well, I saw some pictures from this, and some of the responders and the SWAT teams, and I mean, they had a guy in a ghillie suit, and they had all these different people surrounding the area. Right. It was a pretty serious, serious thing. So
when State Police SWAT come down the interstate, they've got that big Bearcat in their command center. Something serious is going on. So.
Well, we hate it for the family of the man who, obviously they didn't do anything wrong in this situation, and now they're trying to pick up the pieces and wonder what's going on. Right. But we definitely appreciate the fact that nobody else was hurt in this sort of situation. So
that's right.
That's not the best of stories. Hopefully, though, this Thanksgiving week you're going to be safe in your travels as you go where you're going. My family and I are going to Oklahoma City to see the grandma and the family, and it's just going to be a fun trip straight down the interstate for us. But it's something else that we've really got to be thinking about this week. Michelle, what is it?
Wear your seatbelt. Click it or
Absolutely.
ticket. That's right. The state police, click it or ticket, and it's not just state police. It's all local law enforcement statewide. And several other states have the same campaign. So if you travel outside the state of Arkansas, don't think you won't get a ticket for not wearing your seatbelt. But that campaign starts today, and it will go through December 1st. And the reason for that campaign, the goal for the campaign, is to reduce the number of fatalities on our roadways during one of the busiest travel periods.
Yeah, absolutely. That's look, I've grown up using my seatbelt because I can just hear my papaw sitting, buckle. I have to buckle up. I hated it. I didn't want to. But hey, you get in an accident, you'll be appreciative of the fact that you're wearing your seatbelt and you didn't fly out the front of the...
Now, growing up, we used to stand up in the front seat of the truck.
Put the arm back in?
Arm come up, that was a seatbelt. But yeah, times have changed.
Absolutely. All right, well, going back in here to Pope County, this one, when I saw the pictures of the vandalism that happened, it just made me mad. Would you shed a little bit of light on what happened in Dover?
The Dover City Park had some vandalism that took place over a period of time in the restroom at the city park. According to the pictures, it looks like there's a sink tore out of the wall. The paper towel holders are, it's senseless.
It just doesn't make any sense. Why would you do that?
Good question.
Obviously this person's not a taxpayer. Whoever did it, because they have to understand that they're the ones that are paying for this, whether they like it or not, whether they get caught or not. This just I don't know. I don't like it.
Exactly.
I like thieves and vandals.
Well, the Dover Marshal's Office is asking if anyone has any information, they've seen anything suspicious, or they saw activity that they want to report. They're asking for you to give them a call, and their phone number is 479-331-3270. Also, the Dardanelle Police Department is looking for some help to identify 2 people that are of interest in an incident where a couple broke into a car at the Dardanelle Hospital. We've got the pictures, and there's been some comments that, want to say they're so-and-so, but they're still looking for leads. So if you have any information on the following people, their identities, you can call the Dardanelle Police Department at 479-229-2533.
Awesome. And I needed to, on the same vein here, this weekend, saw a friend of mine who works at Pearson Recovery here in Russellville. They had a personal vehicle stolen and a gate run through as somebody just came in there and stole their vehicle, and they wanted us to say thank you because we shared it. And I don't know if it was a share that happened, something that happened because we shared it, but they were able to recover their vehicle. And fortunately, I only shared it partially because I'm tired of thievery. I'm tired of people stealing stuff from people. It's just ridiculous. Right. So and behind the gate and everything, they just come in, steal this vehicle, run through the gate, and then it's just not a whole lot of fun. And he wanted to say thank you. And as always, we do our best to try to help the authorities and to help people who are going through things like this. We have people send us lost dogs, and I apologize if we haven't seen or shared your thing, your animal or whatever it might be that you're looking for. But we try to do our best to help people connect. And man, when you got 21 or 2,000 people who are following and able to watch and help, we can really do a good job in the community of kind of connecting people and helping people. Oh, I've seen that dog over here. I've seen that dog over there. And so I think that at least one time this week, some good positive came out of a Facebook share. So it's not all negative on Facebook. So.
We have been very fortunate on helping find things. So thankful for that.
Well, we do our best. And as always, we do our best to bring you the latest in local news. So that's all we have for the Pulse today, Pulse News at least. Stay tuned. Brad Caldwell with sports here in just a moment.
Hi everybody, what's going on out there in the world of the internet? It's the Sass and the Beard, and we are here in a new place, but we've got some announcements for you, and we want to talk about all the cool things we have upcoming. First is our special live in real life show at Dog Ear Books, December the 4th, starting at 6:30. We want to invite you to come. We will take your questions. We will talk about all things casino related, all things city related, all things county related. We are so excited to be able to have a live show, not just live on Facebook, but in real life live at Dog Ear Books, December the 4th at 6:30.
And then, starting the next week, December the 11th, we will be here on River Valley Now. We're so excited about this to reach more people in our community with what's happening here. So tune in every week. We'll be here live on Wednesdays at 7 o'clock to give you more of the Sass and the Beard.
Yeah, we're super excited to be able to partner with River Valley Now and to have even more contact with other people in the community to share our fun message.
Yeah, spread that sass all over the place.
So yeah, join us again, 7 o'clock, River Valley Now, Wednesday nights, starting December 11th. And then again on December 4th, we will be at Dog Ear Books in real life at 6:30. Thank you guys so much.
Do you have a concern if you're working with a true fiduciary? Is your investment advisor largely recommending proprietary products? Does your account have hidden fees? Tired of being told that there's an account minimum and you don't meet that requirement? Bow Dollar Wealth Management believes you owe it to yourself to see what working with an independent investment advisor that acts in your best interest all the time is like, and the difference that can make for your financial future.
I champion because I want other people with disabilities to know that they are important.
I champion because I could do anything.
I champion because I dreamed of owning my own home.
I champion because my son deserves the same rights as other Arkansans.
Do you? I love this community. I take pride in being a member of this team. At Ramco, we really want to be your hometown hauler because your home is our home too. Our customers are not just customers, they're friends and neighbors. And we're grateful to make this community a cleaner, better place to live.
Did you catch the Golden Girls Marathon last night?
Of course.
Wow, I stunned by Blanche.
Right?
Stunning.
She's timeless.
She is timeless, that is right. Don't worry about it.
No, anyways, I want to have a watch party.
That is a great idea.
Let's do it.
Tonight?
Yes.
Oh, great.
He caught that pass, and of course it was a Hail Mary. What was the guy supposed to do? I thought there was one chance in 100, but he did it. Hey man, let me holler back. I'm getting a call. Okay, buddy. See you, bye. This is Bo. May I help you? Yes, sir. How you doing? I'm doing good. Did y'all catch any of that